The next resource in our prop box is the dice roll. To meet with syllabus content strand, students are required to predict the number of times each outcome should occur in a chance experiment involving the set number of trials, and to carry out the experiment and compare the predicted and actual results. Students should predict about 5 outcomes that they believe will be most likely to happen. So, for example, I predict that I'll roll a 5, an 8, a 9, a 10 and a 7. Students will then roll the 2 dice and add the numbers that are landed on together. So like we've got there, a 3 and a 2, which equals 5. So 5's been coloured in. And then I rolled a 4 and a 4, which equals 8. So I've coloured in 8. This will be continued 20 times, so enough data is gained to use as a comparison. This could then lead to a class discussion where each student could compare their results and see how they are different or the same. A nice way to follow on is an online game called Fair or Unfair, and is a good use of technology. It allows students to predict outcomes and then roll the dice to see if their predictions were close to the result. Another use of technology is a teacher getting a dice up on the smartboard and could use it to explain the activity or do the activity as a class. This resource allows students to experience the CPA framework. The concrete phase is rolling the dice and allowing the students to see the outcomes. Pictorial is the graph and creating it into a pictorial form. Abstract could be achieved through students working out the fractions of the outcomes, which is more of a stage 3 content, or creating a worksheet for students to complete. Another way could be having students answer questions on their mini whiteboards or in their books. Assessment could be achieved through observation and even videoing the students using the resource for later reference. The teacher could also use the program Poll Everywhere, where students answer questions and it shows what percentage of the students choose that answer. They'll need an iPad or some technology device to complete this assessment. It shows the teacher how much the students have learnt, and the students will not know they are being assessed. The 3 circles are demonstrated through the mathematical content and chance and linking with the students and pedagogy. The teacher has different activities to accommodate for different students' needs. The resources are also adaptable to meet the various ways students learn. For example, 1 dice could be used for students that are not as confident in chance, or students could build their own graphs. Students are being connected with the content through the teaching methods. The CPA framework also helps with linking this and differentiation. It relates to the 3 circles also. Effective teaching and learning will happen with all the aspects linking together, which adds flow to the lesson rather than segregation.